as we discussed, Halloween can be a very exciting night for kids and parents alike, but it can also be an unexpectedly exciting night for your pets, and that may not be a good thing. I spoke with Calla James, the Director of Communication for the Oakville and Milton Humane Society, about how to best prepare our pets for the big night of strangers coming to the door.
We have a busy night. We have a night filled with candy and chocolate. And if you have a pet that's like mine who loves any sort of food, it's one of the first things that they're going to go for. Even if it's not on the ground and it's on that counter, my pet's probably going to go for it. So we want to make sure that we are keeping all treats away from our pets, particularly chocolate, because it is poisonous to dogs. So we want to be very, very mindful that if they do ingest something, that you can call your veterinarian to seek further support or guidance as to what you should do. But again, those treats, we want to make sure that they're off the floor. We're observing our pet, we're watching our pet. And if you have a pet like mine who is going to go for it, maybe there's a separate area of your home that they might be best in so they can't access those treats while you're handing them out.
Yeah, not only that, but it's a whole bunch of people coming up to your door. And I don't know about you. I feel like you're talking about a dog, and I have one too. And the doorbell sounds off my dog, as I'm sure it might many people's. So how do you deal with that? Because that's just going to have them rambunctious for the whole time trick-or-treaters are coming into play.
Absolutely. We have many dogs who are fearful of people coming up to the door, loud sounds. That, like you said, that doorbell triggers anxiety and stress in them. We want to be very mindful that if our pet has any behaviors normally where they get stressed out by visitors or noise or that door opening, that we keep them in a safe space. So finding a quiet room in your house, maybe their bed and their toys and their treats are all there. If you have an extra human in the home that could sit and watch TV or play some music and distract that noise or dampen the noise out over the course of the evening, that's great. Particularly with dogs who are door dashers too, we want to be very mindful that we're opening that door. You know, if it's a challenge to open that door once in an evening, think about the 30 times you're going to be doing it tonight. And we're talking about dogs, but we also have cats to consider as well. And those cats are just that much smaller. They can sneak out without being detected. And so we want to make sure everybody stays safe.
Now, of course, in regards to that, I did see in your guidelines something about pet identification. So I'm guessing this is like worst case scenario, the dog or cat slips out of the home. You want to make sure that if someone finds them, they can then find their way back home, right?
Absolutely. We always encourage a pet to have identification as well as a microchip. So if your pet is not microchipped, this is a really wonderful time to contact your vet and ask about getting your pet microchip, because that is something they can't lose. We always recommend making sure that their tags are on or there's some sort of identification on a collar as well, but that collar can slip off. So that's why we always recommend a microchip. It's also a time of year to make sure that if you do have a microchip, that your information is up to date, because that is something we find when pets come into shelters. We'll go online, we'll check that information, and now we're calling a number that's out of service. So you want to make sure that it is up to date as well. And if you do have a cat that likes to door dash, then maybe think about purchasing a break-free collar. So if you did get it caught, if you went outside, it can come off, that you can attach an ID tag to just in case.
Makes total sense. Now, I know a lot of people get really into Halloween and they do have costumes for their pets. I may have, a partner of mine who does that to our dog occasionally as well. But are there any guidelines around dressing your pet up? Because some pets are completely cool with it. Mine is completely cool with it. Some do not take kindly to being dressed up, though.
No, you're right. And when we find that a dog, when you're putting a costume on a dog, they're feeling stressed out, or you can notice that they're getting stressed, they're panting, they're seeming uneasy, they're pacing about, they're trying to get that costume off. We definitely don't want to force any pets to wear a costume. We recognize that you want to have a fun night and you want them to partake in it. But if they're not having fun, it's just not something we want to push them to do. So if your dog or cat loves to wear a costume, by all means, get them comfy, get that costume for them. And the other piece about it too is think about the costume you are putting on them. Is it comfortable for them to wear? Is it something that they can move about naturally and freely in? So we want to be very, very mindful. We aren't going to force our pets to do anything. And those who do like it, they can have a lot of fun.